What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So many people have been hitting me up and they're inquiring about a recent statement made by undefeated IBF welterweight world champion, superstar boxer, the phenom, as I refer to him as, Jaron Boots Ennis. Jaron Boots Ennis is 31 wins, no loss, no draw, 28 big wins by way of knockout. He is 26 years of age, 5'10" with a 74-inch arm reach. Extremely versatile, extremely talented, extremely athletic, high ring IQ, great potential. Jaron Boots Ennis is consistently featured with the great brother YSM Sports. Go subscribe to YSM Sports. The great brother YSM was recording Jaron Boots Ennis working out, doing push-ups. And after he finished his session, Jaron Boots Ennis, he got up and said, starting the journey to 160, right? They both started laughing. YSM, he posted the video, Jaron Boots Ennis keyword teases move up to 160 pounds. And that sparked a lot of momentum and a lot of conversation. And everybody said, it's like a 2-minute clip. You could go to YSM Sports and you could check it out. And it garnered many people to reach out to me and say, hey, Blue, Jaron Boots Ennis is going up to 160. Who do you think he should fight? Do you think they are trying to build up a fight, a possible showdown with Jaron Boots Ennis and undefeated 2-division world champion, former unified junior middleweight world champion, now still the reigning WBC middleweight world champion, superstar boxer, Jermall, Hitman, Iron Man, Lions Only, Charlo, who is 33 wins, no losses, no draws, 22 wins by way of knockout, 33 years of age, 6 feet tall with a 74-inch arm reach. And I said, this is interesting. That would be highly interesting. And that would be a very big fight. But I believe, for one, Jaron Boots Ennis was just trolling and having fun, as well as YSM. I don't believe he's leaving the 147-pound division. He just became elevated IBF, International Boxing Federation, world champion. That's number one. Number two, it would be shortchanging his own career to just jump from 147 to 160. Now, it would be a huge fight with him and Jermall Charlo. Don't get me wrong. That's a massive fight, and that's a fight I favor Jaron Ennis in. But I want to see Jaron Ennis when he go to 160, because he has the frame to go to 160 for sure. He's not much smaller than Jermall and Jermall. But I want to see Jaron Boots Ennis become a 2-division world champion by the time he gets to 160. I want to see Jaron Boots Ennis unify the belts at 147. Now, he became the 147-pound IBF champion after now undefeated 3-division world champion, former 2-division undisputed world champion, but still yet the unified welterweight world champion, superstar boxer, who is widely acknowledged and recognized as the #1 best pound-for-pound fighter in the world in Terrence Bud Crawford. Terrence Crawford inherited Jaron Ennis as his mandatory challenger, and that after Terrence Crawford defeated the former unified 3-belt WBA, WBC, IBF welterweight world champion, superstar boxer, Earl of True Spence Jr., who was top 5 pound-for-pound best fighters in the world when they fought July 29th, Las Vegas, Nevada, T-Mobile Arena. Jaron Ennis was Errol Spence's mandatory. Terrence Crawford stops Errol Spence, becomes undisputed, and inherited that mandatory. Terrence Crawford has an immediate rematch that he's obligated to fulfill against Errol Spence. So he cannot fight against Jaron Boots Ennis in his next fight. He's obligated to this rematch with Errol Spence. And so Errol Spence activated the rematch clause in the contract. They had it. So Terrence Crawford was stripped of the title. Jaron Ennis was the IBF regular champion. He was elevated. The interim champion, regular champion, he was elevated to the super champion. So he didn't get to fight for the title. Does he have the frame to move up to 160? Yes. But there's big fights to be made right there at 147 for Jaron Ennis before he exits stage left for the welterweight division. Hopefully he can secure a fight with former unified welterweight world champion superstar boxer Keith one-time Thurman. I'm hoping that he can land a fight with Keith Thurman soon. There's also a main Stanionis. And there's also, Cody Crawley, who he was supposed to fight. So there's names right there at 147 for Jaron Boots Ennis, and it just doesn't make sense to jump up from 47 to 60. Although he has the skill set and the frame to do it and be successful doing it. But there's fights at 147. There's fights at 154. Jermall Charlo's identical twin brother, who is the 3-time junior middleweight world champion, former undisputed junior middleweight world champion, and now still the reigning unified WBC, WBA junior middleweight world champion, because he'll be stripped of the IBF soon. Jermall Ironman Charlo, who is 35 wins, 2 losses, 1 draw, 19 wins by way of knockout, 33 years of age, 5'11.5" for the 73.5-inch armies. That's a mega fight for Jaron Boots Ennis. And not to overlook a possible showdown with himself and an eventual fight with Terrence Crawford at 154, because it looked like Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence are going to now rematch at 154. And what's next for Terrence Crawford? Should he beat Errol Spence in the rematch, as many people are anticipating him doing, but you still have to do it? What's next for Terrence Crawford? What direction is Terrence Crawford going to go in? Because he's seeking out, at 36 years of age, he's seeking out a mega, massive fight with 4-division world champion Mexican superstar boxer, who is the undisputed super middleweight world champion and is widely acknowledged as the face of the sport of boxing, in Saul Canelo Alvarez. That's what Terrence Crawford is seeking out. A fight with Canelo Alvarez, who's 60 wins, 2 losses, 2 draws, 39 big wins by way of knockout, 33 years of age, 5'8" with a 70-inch arm reach at 168. He wants to jump up. He wanted to jump up 3 weight classes and create history and become undisputed in 3 separate weight classes. If he can land a fight with Canelo Alvarez and beat Canelo Alvarez, he would have jumped now 2 weight classes, because he's going to fight Errol Spence at 154. So it'll be a jump of 2 weight classes. He wanted to jump from 47 to 68 and create history, be a 3-division undisputed champion, already undisputed at 140 and 147. But Canelo Alvarez has a lot on his plate that he has to fulfill before he could get around to a Terrence Crawford fight. And it looked like Canelo Alvarez is going to fight Jaime Munguia, the undefeated former WBO junior middleweight Mexican superstar boxer, in May, and then have a showdown with 2-time WBC super middleweight world champion Mexican Ecuadorian superstar boxer David Benavidez in September. Now, if he wants to get another fight in, he's successful against Jaime Munguia and David Benavidez, and he wants to get a 3rd fight in, which is common, not uncommon, for Canelo Alvarez in December, then Terrence Crawford makes sense. But in the meantime, it looks like Terrence Crawford can rematch Errol Spence in March. And if he do, what is he going to do? Is he going to stay out another year and wait for Canelo Alvarez? Or is he going to stay active? So that means he'll be void of a fight and then a big opponent. That's why I want to see Jaron Boots Ennis get a fight with Keith Thurman. Because Keith Thurman, who is 30 wins, 1 loss, no draw, 22 wins by way of knockout, he is 34 years of age, 5'8" with a 69-inch arm reach. He's a superstar, Keith Thurman is. And that would be the perfect fight to catapult Jaron Ennis into that conversation that people can't use it, that he's not a major draw and not a major sell. That would be the passing of the torch fight, the big moment to announce himself officially that he's here and make a fight with a Terrence Crawford, justify those fights. So is Jaron Boots Ennis to answer everybody's question moving to 160? I highly doubt that. Now, I didn't even need to reach out to Bozy or Team Ennis to see if this was true, any truth to it. And obviously, you could listen to YSM. It clearly was a troll, a joke. Clearly, right? So I know everybody got they got excited or got nervous or so on and so forth. But, it clearly wasn't meant to be taken seriously. But if he did, a fight with him and Jermall Charlo would be huge. But again, Jermall Charlo is looking like he's going to stay at 160, 168. His last fight was against Jose Benavidez Jr., his first fight in 2.5 years, and that was at a catchweight 165, and he still came in at 168. So, and then he's calling out guys like Caleb Plant who fight at 168. So Jermall Charlo looked like he's going to have a fight at 168, his next fight. So is there fights at 160 for Jaron Boots Ennis? Yeah, but there's not a lot of big names. He would be in the same position, in my opinion, that he is right now, welterweight. This is the same level of fighters if he don't fight Jermall Charlo. So might as well stay at welterweight, build up your legacy at welterweight and your accomplishments at welterweight, then move up to 154. There's bigger fights at 154. Tim Tszyu, Jermall Charlo, fights of that magnitude, they're big at 154. And a possible fight with Terrence Crawford or Errol Spence if he's victorious. So, no, it's not going to happen. And that's all I got for y'all. Make sure you hit the like button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. That's all I got for y'all. I'm gone. Peace.